Woxy FM. Woxy 97.7 FM is a radio station licensed to Mason, Ohio as part of the Cincinnati market. Nicknamed La Mega 97.7, the station broadcasts a Spanish variety music format, playing a mix of Spanish pop and rock, regional Mexican, and tropical Latin music. La Mega is the first and at present only FM radio station in the Cincinnati market broadcasting primarily in Spanish. Originally located in Oxford, Ohio, the station began broadcasting in 1959 as Woxer before changing its call sign to Woxy in 1978. The station became widely known as 97X for its successful modern rock format from 1983 to 2004. 1959-83, Woxercers, Woxercers, 83 Woxers. 1983-2004, 97X. In 1981, the station was purchased by Doug and Linda Balog for $375,000. Soon after, the station adopted the moniker 97X, and the studio was relocated from its uptown location on High St. to College Corner Pike. Based on feedback from focus groups of college students, the station switched to a modern rock format in September 1983, reportedly the sixth modern rock station in the country. The station benefited from a large youthful audience at adjacent Miami University, as well as listeners in urban and suburban areas of Cincinnati and Dayton, but the majority of its broadcast area was rural. The first song played when Woxy FM made their transition to a modern rock format was Sunday Bloody Sunday by Utwo. Sunday Bloody Sunday was also the last song played by the station to end their terrestrial 97.7 FM transmission in May 2004. Woxy's tagline 97X, BAM, the future of rock and roll, was quoted by Dustin Hoffman's character Raymond Babbitt in the 1988 film Rain Man. This is an example of echolalia. One of the current anchors on Fox News Channel, Bill Hemmer, interned as a disc jockey at Woxy in the mid-1980s. In 1988, Cincinnati Magazine named 97X the best cutting-edge radio station. Woxy placed in the Rolling Stone Readers' Poll Best Radio Station category 4 times between 1990 and 1995. Rolling Stone also recognized Woxy as one of 10 stations that don't suck in 1998 and one of 4 last great independent radio stations in 2003. The station also sponsored 97 Exposure, a tri-state area-based battle of the bands for local talent. It served as the jumping-off point for local bands such as the S-Ponies to make their way to the national stage. In January 2004, the Balogs sold the license to 97.7 FM to Dallas, Texas-based First Broadcasting Investment Partners for $5.06 million, but retained the station's music library and 97X brand with the intention of continuing broadcasting as internet-only Woxy.com. 97X ended its terrestrial broadcasting on 97.7 FM on May 13, 2004. 97X was broadcast on Woxy.com from July 2004 until it was shut down in March 2010 due to financial difficulties. Programming. The future of rock and roll 97.7 FM years featured several different programs and shows ranging from format-specific blocks of music programming to handmade advertising spots for sponsors local to the 97.7 FM broadcasting area to syndicated radio programs that catered to niche listeners. This incomplete list details a few of these programs. Modern Rock 500. One enduring staple of Woxy's broadcast was the Modern Rock 500 Countdown, which took place every Memorial Day weekend. The station played back what songs the listeners voted as the 500 best songs in its history over the course of 3 days. The Modern Rock 500 continued through the station's transition to internet-only play. Air checks a daily spotlight on 2 different up-and-coming bands not yet featured on the regular playlist. 97X Trebats, music showcase featuring dance and electronica music. Local Licks, a weeknight show that featured a sampling of Cincinnati and Dayton, OH area musicians and bands. This show continued on and off as the station went internet only. Planet X Weekdays Overnight, 1984-1989. A thematic mix of various geographical scenes: Boston, Minneapolis, Australia, New Zealand and Subgenres hardcore, oi no wave, surf, swamp, glam, thrash, punk rock. British Exports, a 3-hour Saturday morning show that featured alternative rock from the United Kingdom. What's Happening Weekend Report. Another highlight was the What's Happening Weekend Report, a pre-recorded message that played throughout the week and highlighted local events, incoming concerts, and the occasional event on a broader scene: national and international events outside of the region. Free Music Break, named for its sponsor at the time. For example, Papa John's Free Music Break was a nightly call-in contest in which the fifth caller could win a CD and prize donated by the sponsor. A 2-week moratorium was asked of the winner before competing again to give others a chance to win. Handmade Advertising. The station ran a number of unique advertisements. Local advertisers had the typical low-budget but yet targeted audio advertisements. One memorable ad that ran on Woxy was the Rock and Roll Grocer, which featured the chorus of the Ramones song Rock and Roll High School, with the comically flat voice of local grocery store owner Frank Evie saying the word grocer dubbed over high school. Similar ads for jungle gyms were common. Putting the G in Ecology PSA. Woxy also featured Putting the G in Ecology, a series of public service announcements that provided helpful instruction on how to conserve energy and preserve resources. Such suggestions as putting a lid on a pot of water to quicken boil time and sundrying laundry provided common-sense alternatives to wasteful consumption that was unique from the reduce, reuse, recycle refrain. Gridlocks. The Sound of the Underground came on Sunday nights. 2004-10 Max FM. First Broadcasting rebranded Woxy as X97-7, broadcasting a satellite-fed modern rock format. In August 2005, the station was relaunched as Max FM, an adult hits format without disc jockeys, similar in style to the syndicated Jack FM brand. 2010-present, La Mega 97.7. In October 2010, First Broadcasting entered into a local marketing agreement for the Woxy FM frequency with TSJ News Incorporated, a Spanish-language media company in Cincinnati, Ohio. TSJ assumed operation of Woxy and the station switched to a Spanish variety format, branded as La Mega 97.7, on November 15, 2011. TSJ News licensee TSJ Radio LLC acquired Woxy from First Broadcasting effective March 20, 2015, at a purchase price of $900,000. La Mega broadcasts originate from a studio at TSJ headquarters in Blue Ash, Ohio. Most daytime dayparts have Spanish-speaking disc jockeys, including morning and afternoon drive times. In addition to Spanish variety music, La Mega broadcasts community information and announcements targeted toward the greater Cincinnati Latino community. On March 4, 2019, Lazo Media LLC acquired Woxy from TSJ Radio LLC. New City of License. On July 1, 2006, Woxy was granted a construction permit, or CP, by the FCC to improve its signal by moving its city of license to Mason, Ohio from Oxford, Ohio, and its antenna to a tower north of Mason. On April 17, 2009, a modification to the CP was granted, allowing Woxy to move its antenna to a tower east of Mason. This location provides a better signal over the northeast portion of the Cincinnati market, including more of Hamilton County and the city of Cincinnati. On June 5, 2009, Woxy filed a license to cover with the FCC indicating the tower location and city of license had been changed. As of June 8, 2009, the station's new legal ID was worded as Woxy Mason, Oxford, Cincinnati. Since the switch to the La Mega Spanish format, the station's legal ID simply says Woxy Mason, Ohio.